first step is to import your character into Unreal. Currently, you would have to do that in Maya or Blender or Houdini. So basically what we need is an FBX file that has a mesh and the skeleton and a skinned mesh. So just those informations that we need. We don't need any controllers, anything else, just a pure skeleton and mesh files. It's important that the root of the skeleton is parented to the world, so it's not grouped under anything. So just create a root joint and put this as a main root under the world, and that's a requirement that we need. So I'm going to import here. So I got this rig from Agora community, and it's a Buzz Lightyear rig which was originally done for Maya. It was done by Rolly, and Rolly did the rig, and Dahan Jan did the model, and it's really cool. I'm going to be used this throughout the course, and yeah, I just love this rig, and they've done such a great job. So basically what I've done is that I got the Maya file and I deleted everything that wasn't a skeleton or a mesh, and I exported that as an FBX. So now I'm importing this FBX to Unreal. So basically I don't want to select a skeleton because I want Unreal to create a skeleton for me. In the case if we are reusing a skeleton, you could just click here and select the skeleton of the character you want to keep. It's not our case. I want to create it from scratch. And yeah, I want to import the skeleton. I want to import the mesh. At the moment, I don't have any animations on this file, so I don't need to import animations. In case when you import a character and it comes flipped, like with a kind of laying down on the floor facing forward, you probably need to tweak this to rotate -90 on the x-axis. It's a thing that sometimes happen. It depends how your Maya scene is configured, but yeah, as soon as you fix that problem, that's it. You don't need to change that again. And yeah, and then I want to import all the materials. I'll just reset to default this. And I want to create new materials, and I will just import. So it's giving me this warning. This one is first that the textures, some of the textures had the same name. So Unreal doesn't like things that have the same name. So they will automatically create like a _1 in some of them. And also showing me that these joints don't have any skinning attached to it, which is okay in our case, but is something to be aware of and have a look if you having some problems with that. So basically, these are all the materials that were created. For some reason, the arm is not getting the actual texture. This should like be linked automatically, but if not, we can come here and sorry. Yeah, texture sample. So we can come here and then you can create a texture sample. You connect to the base color, and then here you select the texture, which is right arm. Save. Yeah, that's your right arm. And so this happening in other assets. Just you can just use the same process. I'm just going to ignore for now. So basically what is created is all the materials and textures. Then it created the skeletal mesh, physics asset, and the skeleton. So skeletal mesh is basically the geometry. Here is where you would put the all your textures. So because I have this done in the other file, I'm just going to copy so it doesn't look all white. Um, legs, oops, wings. Yeah, I think it's mainly it. Um, Here you can select to see the bones or not. So I'm going to click on none. Um, yeah, and then basically this is your main mesh. Um, if you click here, you can see you can select the skeleton as well, but also you can click here, which is the actual skeleton file. So they are seen as two different files, a skeleton mesh, skeleton file, and here is your skeleton hierarchy. So this is what I said, we need to have a root joint that is parented to the world. And this is just how Unreal works basically, and works much better if you have a clean hierarchy. So everything will be parented to root, not having other things here, not having empty groups, locators, and random things that sometimes Maya comes with. Um, so yeah, you can translate here, rotate, and see how these joints behave. As I said, you can come here and show bones. This is just to visualize it. I'm not actually editing anything of the skeleton here. If I wanted to edit the skeleton, I need to then go back to Maya or the other software you're using and edit the FBX and then import again. You can always re-import clicking on this button. So if you change it, if you made a change in the skeleton or a change in the mesh, you just click here, re-import base mesh, and that will update the file. If you change it the path where you saved it, you can click here and re-import base mesh with a new file. So then you will pop up the Windows screen to select the new file you want to import. Yeah, so if I close the skeleton and if I open it again, you see there's just reset to the main default pose. We also have these physics assets, which they create by default. We're not going to use these on the purpose of this course, which is just animating. But yeah, it's just good to know that it's created automatically. You can just ignore this for now.